Discover the 10 largest and most populous cities in Europe. The metropolises of the old continent are full of history and fascinating places to explore. From west to east, the major cities of Europe have served as important centers of commerce, administration, and culture for a long time. Over time, they have become important urban areas that attract people from all over the world. With that said, here are the 10 largest and most populous cities in Europe. But first, please like and subscribe to this channel, and then sit back and relax. 1. Istanbul. Istanbul is a vibrant city that mixes European and Asian cultures to create a link between these two continents, and because of this, many empires and great armies have ruled here throughout the centuries, including the Greeks, Romans, and of course, the Ottomans. This city has several world-renowned attractions, such as the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, and the Topkapi Palace. The city straddles the Bosphorus Strait, which is one of the most important and popular natural borders separating the European and Asian continents. The city has also been historically known as Byzantium and Constantinople and has been the scene of many important events in world history. With a population of more than 15 million people, it is considered the largest city in Europe. 2. Moscow. Moscow is a fascinating mix of historical sites and modern and futuristic skyscrapers. It is the capital of Russia, the city that is the key political, economic, and cultural center of one of the most powerful nations in the world. With more than 12 million residents within the city limits, more than 17 million in its urban area, and more than 20 million people in the Moscow metropolitan area, it is not only one of the largest cities in Europe, but also in the world. Red Square, the Kremlin, St. Basil's Cathedral, and Lenin's Mausoleum are some of the places that always keep tourists busy. 3. London, one of the most multicultural cities in the world, as well as the capital and largest city in the United Kingdom, and home to more than 9 million people. Stretching from India to Jamaica, this city has one of the most ethnically diverse populations in the world, with about a third of Londoners born abroad. Because of this, London is also the most linguistically diverse city in the world, with some studies claiming that up to 300 languages can be heard walking through its districts. What has once been considered the capital of the world has many impressive monuments, such as Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, and the Tower of London. 4. St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is historically and culturally associated with the birth of the Russian Empire and has been its capital for a long time in the past. Today, with more than 5 million inhabitants, it is the second largest city in Russia and an important strategic point on the Baltic Sea. Known as the cultural capital of Russia, it is considered an important economic, scientific, cultural, and tourist center of Russia and is home to various government institutions. The city features many European architectural styles from the last 3 centuries and is home to the world-famous Hermitage Museum and the Russian Museum with its rich collection of Russian art. 5. Berlin. With a rich and long history dating back to the 13th century, Berlin is the capital of Germany and a truly special place like no other. It is the most populous city in Central Europe with over 3.7 million people, and geographically it is huge. To put it in perspective, Berlin is about 9 times bigger than Paris. Another curious thing about this city is the fact that there are around 1,700 bridges, many more than in Venice, and it is believed that it has more canals than Amsterdam, Stockholm, and Venice combined. 6. Madrid. More and more, Madrid is consolidating as a luxury destination. In recent years, great emblems in the world of luxury have flourished in the city, especially luxury hotels, Michelin-starred restaurants, international brands, shops, and boutiques of great designers. Madrid is the impressive capital of Spain and the largest city on the Iberian Peninsula. It is located in the center of Spain, in the community of Madrid, one of the 17 autonomous communities of Spain, and one of the most populated. More than 3.2 million people call this magnificent city home, a modern city with a lot of history along its streets, large squares, and beautiful parks. There are many famous places to visit while you are in Madrid, such as the Prado Museum, the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium, or the Retiro Park. The reopening of luxury hotels, such as the Ritz Hotel, currently the Mandarin Ritz, the Santo Maro Hotel, the Four Seasons Hotel, and its luxurious Canaligus Gallery and the Edition Hotel gives us clues about the projection of the new type of clients who they are ready to receive. 7. Kyiv. Located in north-central Ukraine along the Dnieper River, Kyiv is one of the largest cities in Eastern Europe with a population of around 3 million people and one of the oldest. It is a city known for its secular monuments, religious architecture, and its status as a major center for Ukrainian industry, education, and culture. Sometimes nicknamed the City of Domes due to its abundance of Orthodox churches, modern Kyiv is a vibrant city with vintage cafes and excellent restaurants. Chefs, kitchen helpers, and other volunteers work around the clock to deliver 20,000 lunches a day to soldiers fighting to defend Ukraine from invasion. It is also said that you can walk from one end of Kyiv to the other without leaving the shade of its many trees. 8. Rome. The eternal city of Rome is steeped in history and ancient monuments that developed over thousands of years. The city has been a major human settlement for nearly 3 millennia. Today, with more than 2.8 million inhabitants, it is the capital of Italy and one of the most visited cities in the world. Interestingly, Rome also has some 300,000 feral cats roaming its streets, but instead of seeing them as a problem, the city council supports them and considers them part of Rome's heritage. Because of this, it's not uncommon to see cats roaming the Colosseum and other famous attractions in Rome. In Italy, we can find luxury restaurants everywhere, but none as ostentatiously opulent as La Pergola in Rome. Watching over the Eternal City from the top of the Waldorf Astoria Hotel Rome Cavalieri, the 3 Michelin-starred restaurant has been operating under the orders of German chef Heinz Beck, Meter Simone Pinoli, and sommelier Marco Raitano for 23 years. 9. Paris. Since the 17th century, Paris has been one of Europe's main centers of art, fashion, commerce, diplomacy, and science, which is why many people visit and live in the French capital. It is estimated that more than 2.1 million people live within the city limits, and more than 12.1 million live in Île-de-France, the region around Paris. That's about 18% of the total population. The population of France. Paris is especially known for its museums and architectural monuments. The Louvre is probably the most famous museum in the world, and the Eiffel Tower is one of the most recognizable structures. 10. Minsk. Minsk is the capital and largest city of Belarus, a somewhat surprising entry on the list as little is known about this eastern city, as it doesn't get as much publicity as other cities we mentioned above and remains a mystery to many people. During World War II, the city was almost destroyed and the population was reduced to only about 50,000 inhabitants. After the war, the city was rebuilt and grew rapidly as a result of massive industrialization. Today, this city has more than 2 million inhabitants and is one of the most populous metropolises in Europe. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, the subscription button, and the notification bell. To get notified when new videos are uploaded from this channel, please share your thoughts about the 10 largest and most populous cities in Europe in the comment section below. Thank you.